Like damn, she in her mood. 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 She lit.
Hey my babies, it's Auntie Trice here with another video for you. If you have not done so, please head on over to all of my other social media platforms and follow me on there. They are going to be listed in the description box up underneath this here video. Click the like button on your way in here, my babies. That's a quick and free way to support Auntie and push me through the algorithm. I so greatly appreciate it. And don't be afraid to subscribe to Auntie's channel today, because you know you're coming back and I know you're coming back, my babies. It costs $0 to support Auntie's channel, so why haven't you done so, my babies? Why haven't you done so? I got my handy dandy phone and it's time for us to get into the tea for today. All right, y'all. The first person on the docket, we got to talk about Candace Owens. She decided to sit down and have a talk with Nick Cannon about the over-sexualization of black women in today's music. Okay, so let's hear what she has to say, and then I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
I will not accept. The conspiracy to me is to try to convince me that the times have changed, and we went from, in the black community, producing Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston to what really black people really want to hear right now is Sexy Red. And so that's the reason why these record labels are going to Sexy Red and offering her a deal. I refuse to believe that. So yes, power is held by these labels when they go out, and I don't mean that as any disrespect to her. Yeah. What I am saying is that frequencies are real, okay?
Exactly.
Frequencies impact your spirit.
There's been brothels and strip clubs and stuff since the oldest profession
I'm talking about music, and you are correct, but Confucius said, listen to the music.
And you'll be able to know the
and there's a reason for that.
Society.
This people, in my viewpoint, have a lot of power in the music industry, also understand that. There is no reason to fight to put filth on the airways and then try to convince people that it's free speech.
Because it's
in fact,
profitable.
I will tell you, these people are being pushed in a certain direction. Women, you're being told, can you make it sexier?
And I have already said this, ladies and gentlemen. What Candace Owens is saying, I did not so eloquently put it as she did, but I did say that this whole culture got to go. This is not good for our girls or our boys, because they ain't gonna never respect the women if they see that the women ain't even respecting themselves. Do you get what I'm telling you? So yeah, Nick Cannon didn't even have much to even say to Candace Owens. All he could do was just be like, well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what's going on too. You've been in the music industry and you've been in the game for a long time too. Nick Cannon has a show called Wildin' Out, and I know y'all know that. Look at how the Wildin' Out girls are dressed. Look at how the Wildin' Out girls have to be. He is showing you in Wildin' Out that in order for you to be a Wildin' Out girl, you have to be super sexy. You got to pull that off. We are over-sexualizing our black girls, and not just our black girls, just our girls, period. We're telling them that they are nothing without their titties, their hips, their lips, and their thighs. We're not telling them that you can have brains and you can just go further in life by using your brains and not your assets. You understand what I'm saying? Not your bodily assets. That's crazy. That's crazy. She said it. What I've already been telling y'all. Y'all go back in my past videos. I've been telling y'all that they've been trying to push a certain agenda. This whole agenda, I will never be down with it. And I'm not going to teach my nieces, my nephews, or my future children to respect anything in the whole culture. You're not going to respect anything in the whole culture, and you ain't bringing it in my house. Do you understand what I'm telling you? As for me and my house, we will have morals and standards about ourselves, and we will not show our ass in public, nor will we act an ass in public. We will start, disbanding that ratchet and classless culture. That's going to be disbanded in my household. You will speak and communicate like you know the English language, because you do. I have taught you, and I know I have taught you well. So you will speak your mind and you will not yell. You get what I'm saying? Like, I will be teaching my children some principles, some values, some morals, and some respect. I don't know what happened in this generation. I don't understand how we, generation of women, dropped the ball with our kids, how we dropped the ball, period, and allowed this to even come about. Like she said, we produced some classy women like Whitney Houston, Queen Latifah. Like, we produced some sexy, classy women that did it without, showing their bodies and doing crazy whole culture stuff. Alicia Keys, what are you talking about? Like, we had some beautiful women out here, natural women, out here doing their thing, and they represented the black community well. And now we just got a whole bunch of hoes taking over. Like, and y'all think this shit is okay. None of this is okay. None of this is okay. And you ain't gonna see it until it happens in your household. Until your daughter is 16 and pregnant, or until she's 15 and pregnant, or until she's over here dancing on a pole for money. You know what I'm saying? Until it happens in your household, y'all don't really take this shit serious. But this is a serious epidemic that's happening here. This whole culture, and like Candace Owens said, it's being pushed. It's being fed to our children. It's being fed to the black community. So what are we going to do about it now that we know that this is being deliberately pushed on us? Man, we got to stop it. Only we can stop it. We got to reverse this thing. Only we can stop it. We got to think about the future generations and think about what we're doing to our kids. They are the future. You got to start thinking about that. That's it. That's all. Next on the docket, NYPD has released photos of the suspect seen fatally shooting United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, offering $10,000 reward for additional information. United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was tragically shot Wednesday morning near the Hilton Midtown, where he was staying ahead of an investor event. The incident occurred around 6:45 a.m., prompting United Healthcare Group to cancel the event, per CNBC. The NYPD released surveillance images of the suspect showing the individual with a gun and later on a bicycle. Authorities are offering a $10,000 reward for information leading to an arrest and conviction. Investigators recovered 9mm shell casings and a cell phone near the scene, but the motive remains unknown. United Healthcare Group called Thompson's death deeply saddening and shocking. Thompson had been with the company since 2004, leaving behind a legacy of leadership in healthcare. Police continue to investigate this senseless crime. Condolences to the families affected by this tragedy. United Healthcare released a statement following the assassination of their CEO, Brian Thompson, and it is written as follows. We are deeply saddened and shocked at the passing of our dear friend and colleague, Brian Thompson, the CEO of United Healthcare. Brian was a highly respected colleague and friend to all who worked with him. We are working closely with the New York Police Department and ask for your patience and understanding during this difficult time. Our hearts go out to Brian's family and all who were close to him. Yes, condolences to Brian's family and friends and loved ones. This don't make no sense. This just didn't have to happen like that. And it's sad and it's cruel and it's unfair. And whoever did this needs to pay justice for Brian Thompson. Period. Now let's move on respectfully.
Do a food drive or I'm snitching on your ass. Bitch. Do a food drive. Let me see you whip up some macaroni and cheese, bitch. Oh, that's a surname, ma'am. Whip up a little rice and some green medley with it. That'd be nice. Some fried chicken or baked. You can put your apron on. You can be pink. You can put a Versace hair bow on and everything. Get outside and do something, sis. I'm gonna save you this time. I'm gonna break you. I'm not even gonna let it go any further than this. I got shit to do. I wanna pull up on you though and say hi when I get there on Saturday. Huh? You know you love that 7-Eleven at the top of the hill, Calabasas, way about to swing around. I seen you 4 or 5 times. But you didn't appeal to me to say hello.
Lord, I just had to find the rest of this live to share with y'all. Tokyo Tony say, bitch, do a food drive or I'm snitching. And I want to know what you're snitching on Chloe about. And I don't want to hear about her fucking nobody. I don't give a damn who she fucking. I want to know, she laundering money, bitch. She stealing around here, bitch. She done adopted some kids and started making them her personal slaves, bitch. We want to know the tea, honey, but we don't care if she's fucking anyone. That's none of our business. All right, that's her business and the person who she fucking business. That's it. it, that's all. But this wasn't the end of Tokyo Tony's rant against Khloe Kardashian, okay? I told y'all once y'all get Tokyo Tony started, it's going to be hard for her to stop. And then people are going to start playing victim because Tokyo Tony won't stop. But y'all started with her first, okay? But wait, there's more. Tokyo Tony went in on Khloe Kardashian some more. So let's look at this and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
Dear man, hold on. I'm coming to fuck you up. Dear man, I'm coming to tap your ass. So, all that shit you talked. Now, she tall as shit. Now, back it up. See you in 3 days, 4 hours, 13 minutes, and 2 seconds. Now 3. Is it all there? Yeah. They'll get it. For sure. I'll be minding my business. They helping people and shit.
That woman called Khloe Kardashian man hands. Tokyo Tony, you better not take your ass over to Khloe's house thinking that shit gonna be sweet and she gonna have the police right there waiting on your stupid ass. You better stop playing because that's kind of making threats over the internet. You making threats talking about you want to tap that ass. Everybody knows what tap that ass mean, and not in the way that she wants you to, sexy dicks. They know what it mean when you say you about to tap that ass. You finna fight that girl. You are threatening bodily harm to that girl. Now she called the police on you. Toke, that's your ass. You going to jail. I'm trying to tell you, you going to jail. You going to jail for trying to fight. Okay? So I suggest you just keep this shit here on the internet. Keep it cute, sis. Don't let Khloe trick you up off the streets. I mean, when she say little smart shit, if you choose to respond to Khloe, you can. But at this point, you see that the girl don't like you and she gonna forever have something smart to say. She gonna forever have something smart to say, and you know this because she don't like you. And quite honestly, you don't like them either, Tokyo. You don't like them either. Alright, so let's just keep it cute and just like when she say something to you, if you want to make content off of it, go ahead and make content off her name by just, you know, mentioning it that one time or whatever, or however long you want to keep mentioning it. But don't nowhere start talking violence like you finna put hands on this girl or you finna do something to this girl, period. Because they will lock your ass up. Stop playing, okay? All right, that's my word of advice to you. That's it. That's all. We finna keep it cute and move on to another subject.
Let me ask you something that's going around right now. A lot of this conversation about President Biden getting criticized from both sides of the aisle for pardoning his son Hunter after repeatedly saying he would never do it. And a lot of people are saying that it's hypocritical, etc., as if the other side doesn't do it. But what's your reaction to it?
I mean, I think all of the criticism is valid because, you know, Democrats stand on this moral high ground all the time. And, you know, they act so self-righteous. The reality is he didn't have to say anything in regards to, you know, whether or not, you know, his son wanted to be pardoned. He could have said, hey, man, I'm not focused on that right now. But since they were calling Trump a threat to democracy and they were saying that, you know, nobody's above the law, but they were speaking about him, that's what they were running on. So when he kept saying things like, oh, you know, nobody's above the law, I respect, you know, the jury's decision in regards to my son, he didn't believe that. But he didn't have to volunteer that lie to begin with.
I'm going to stop you for a second.
Uh-oh.
Only because you don't know that it was a lie. We don't know why he changed
You really think he just changed his mind over Thanksgiving weekend all of a sudden?
I'm going to tell you what I think.
Okay. Yeah.
I think he changed his mind because he got sick of watching everybody else get over. He did. And this is just my feeling, because at some point you get to the place where you just go,
So I'm just going to follow the straight and narrow always, because that's what's expected of Democrats.
But that's their fault. They're the ones that they're the ones that go out there and they stand on this moral high ground.
Listen,
they don't have to do that.
I'm a Democrat. Tell me what the moral high ground is.
The moral high ground is nobody's above the law. I respect what the jurors are saying. You don't have to do that.
So we're mad at him because he changed his.
Oh, no. By the way, I'm not mad at him pardoning Hunter Biden.
But you sound like you're
No.
If I can get in on this, I actually think it went further, and this is one thing we really disagree on. Joe Biden made a point of saying we stand by our institutions and the impartiality of the Department of Justice.
Yes.
Democrats ran on that. The same DOJ indicted Hunter Biden. We shouldn't be saying it's corrupt like Donald Trump does. But then in his statement pardoning Hunter Biden, he says that it was a political pursuit by his own Department of Justice.
Can you explain to me why it is that when Joe Biden does something, everybody clutches their pearls? He's wrong.
Nobody
he lied.
has criticized Donald Trump more than me or Charlamagne the God.
I'm sorry. Yeah, people have criticized him more. I've criticized him more. We've all criticized him more. But you're missing my question.
Okay.
My question is, what is it that makes people flip out with Joe, but we don't have the same kind of thing?
Well, I don't think people are flipping out with Joe. I think Democrats are flipping out with Joe because Democrats believe that they don't represent what he's currently representing. But that's just not true. That's why I say they stand on this moral high ground that simply does not exist. And I think this is also the problem when we pick sides, right? We've turned political parties into teams. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. Ain't nobody more delusional than me, right? Okay? I feel like we're going to the Super Bowl every year, but I'm not delusional. Well, no, that is delusional. But when it comes... But when it comes to political parties, if you pick a side, right, if you say you're a Democrat, if you say you're a Republican, you refuse to be objective about anything.
That's why I'm an independent.
Yes, but
I think that's the best way to go.
But that's not a monolith. We're not, Democrats are not a monolith.
But why can't you say when Democrats are wrong? And why can't Republicans say when Republicans are wrong?
I'll tell you when Democrats are wrong.
So you don't think Joe Biden is wrong?
No, I don't. And can I just point this out to you? The president has a pardon power,
you're
right?
ridiculous.
I didn't say you were ridiculous, Ms. Goldberg.
Yeah.
I would never. I said that. I just think that's
Think about
Come over and give me a
think about
kiss.
it this way. Just very.
Okay, we all seen this little heated exchange between Charlamagne the God and Whoopi Goldberg. I just want to say, first and foremost, thank you to Charlamagne the God for not disrespecting Whoopi Goldberg, and thank you for keeping a calm and cool head and talking with sense. You understand what I'm saying? You weren't aggressive at all. No aggression in your voice, in your tone. You weren't condescending or dismissive, and I appreciate that. You sat there and you listened and you made your points and let others make their point as well. And I appreciate that. That's how you have a conversation. Now, let me say this for everybody that is criticizing Joe Biden. Let me say this because this is a key factor to remember, all right? Because I pointed it out in my earlier video. This don't excuse Joe Biden, but I pointed it out in my earlier video when I explained that this man done pardoned his son. I was even getting on his ass for pardoning his son because you shouldn't have told the American people that you weren't gonna pardon your son and you weren't gonna butt in his business, but you did exactly what you told the American people that you was not going to do. But I understand. Do you get what I'm saying? I understand. I'm not saying it was right, but I understand why he did it. Let me tell you once again what happened. Joe Biden told the American people, I'm not going to step in nothing that Hunter got going on. That was his business. He did that as an American citizen, so he is going to have to suffer the consequences. Well, like I said in my previous video, and I will be posting the link in the comments, I already done talked about this, my babies, if y'all been following me. Hunter had reached an agreement with all parties involved on what he should be charged with and what he should serve as his punishment. So he was getting ready to go to court to sign off on the agreement that he made with all legal parties involved, and Hunter wasn't supposed to do nothing but serve some fucking probation and do some community service, and that's all he was supposed to do. That's what they had agreed on initially. But when Hunter was doing court so they can sign on the motherfucking deal, them people reneged on the deal and upped his press charges and say, listen, we want his ass in jail. We want him in prison. And that's when his daddy said, oh no. Oh yeah, I'm taking my son. And I'm taking my son because y'all trying to get him because of me. And I'm not going to let you get him because of me. And he seen the play for what it is. Because politics is a dirty game. Politics is a dirty game. He seen the play for what it is. And he knew y'all was coming after Hunter because of him. He went finna let y'all slaughter his son like he a lamb for slaughter. No, he went finna let y'all do his son like that. So hell yeah, he pardoned his son and he snatched him up off all that shit that y'all was finna put on him. Sure did. And y'all still ain't done fucking with Hunter yet, because even though Biden has pardoned his son, y'all still want Hunter to have those charges on his fucking record. Even though Biden has pardoned him of everything, y'all still want him to have those charges because you want him on a stake. You want him hung at the stake, hung at noon. You hear me? Y'all want his bones. You want his flesh. That's what you want because of Joe. So from a parent standpoint, yes, I understand. But as a politician and as somebody that is supposed to be gaining the trust of the people, not misusing and abusing the trust of the people because they trusted you and they backed you and they was like, oh my God, you know, this man is really for the people. He gonna do right. And they saw Obama in you just a little bit. But I knew better than that. I knew better than that. Just like I knew better about Kamala. Just like I knew better about Trump. I know better about it all. When are y'all gonna get tired of them playing in y'all faces? That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all. So I am so happy that Charlamagne the God didn't cuss Whoopi Goldberg out. They hugged it out. I'm glad that they were able to talk and get their points across, even if they didn't see eye to eye with each other. That's the whole point of having a conversation. Even if y'all don't see eye to eye with each other, at least the conversation was had, and you know how I feel, you know where I stand on it. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe one day we can meet at the middle, or, you know, maybe one day we can just completely join together and just, you know, have a kumbaya moment. But until then, the conversation was had. The conversation was had. Joe was wrong. Period. I'm just gonna say that. Joe was wrong. He shouldn't have did what he did. I don't give a damn how many times he's seen people get over. You don't do it just because you see somebody else do it. Like my grandmama used to say a long time ago. Well, she still say it, because my grandmama here. You see all your friends jumping off a bridge, you gonna do it too? Because they doing it? No, that's not how you do that. That's not how you do that. Oh, because everybody else getting away with doing dirt, I'm going to do it too? No, that's not how you do that. But I told you, all these politicians dirty. All these politicians is dirty. Ain't nobody hands clean on the Republican side or the Democratic side. So we should just look at it for what it is. Open your eyes. It's time. Now let's move on respectfully. That's it. That's all.
Top 5 in order.
You can put them in order if you like them. You can just give me your top 5.
My order, personally.
Yes.
New Orleans is number 1.
Okay.
Houston is number 2.
Okay.
Chicago is number 3.
Wow.
Toronto will be 4.
Okay.
Right now, I would go Miami. Yeah, if I had to think of where I would go back, I would go Miami for sure.
Man.
But top 3 is solid. My top 3 is New Orleans, Houston, and Chicago.
Wow.
Solid.
No Atlanta, no New York.
So, very specific reasons why I say that, right?
Yeah.
So for those that don't know, we go on food tour, but we go on food tour for people that look like us and people who come from the background that we come from.
Okay.
So we specifically do it for people that can jump on a plane, that are foodies and just want to go try food.
Right.
So I don't do it in a way where you can go call the biggest influencer in that city or the biggest celebrity and have them chauffeur you around and show you places. I do it specifically for people that literally just want to go try food.
Okay.
So we go to spots that are more on the unknown level, places that only locals know about. If you know kind of places that have great food, great customer service, but can need the marketing. But we also go to staples of the community to show respect to each city that we go to. So when I'm picking these places that are my top 5 is more on accessibility.
Okay.
Like what's the easiest to jump on a plane and just go get some great food.
Okay.
And I feel like New York isn't in that top 5 for me because the accessibility of to know the spots is really hard to find great spots unless you're from there.
Correct.
And if you do meet somebody that's from there, if y'all not super close, if you just meeting this person for the first time, they more than likely not gonna give you the spots that they go to.
Right.
Because one, they don't want the spots blown up, so they don't want everybody there. Two, they aren't a super welcoming group of people.
Right.
And the last point that I have to talk to y'all about for today, Keith Lee has ranked his top 5 cities to get food from, and y'all have lost y'all mind. Y'all know damn well his list was accurate. Most cities and states that you go to, people don't cook. They don't cook. Y'all be ordering out to eat. Y'all be ordering Chili's, Applebee's, McDonald's. Y'all are cities of convenience, okay? Y'all don't really just have food trucks and stuff like that out there. Miami, I'm surprised y'all made it on the list too, because y'all just seafood out. That's all y'all do is seafood. That's crazy. But all I'm gonna say is this: I knew some southern cities and some southern states was gonna be listed in that top 5 because the South knows how to cook, except for Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know what's going on in Atlanta. I don't know what's going on in Georgia, period. Sometimes, man, you gotta go in the backwoods of Georgia to get that good cooking. I ain't even finna lie, cause they be playing in Georgia sometimes. But us southern states, we know how to put down here, cause our mama had us in the kitchen when we was 6. So we out here cooking, you know what I'm saying? Them single mothers had us in the kitchen real early. We know how to cook full course meals by the time we 7 years old. Stop playing. She ain't give us no easy bake oven for nothing. When we were children, our gifts on Christmas was easy bake ovens and cooking sets and stuff like that. Mama wasn't raising no lazy female. Oh no, we had to get in there and cook. All right. So I was not surprised at all when I heard he listed them southern cities and states and stuff like that. I love New Orleans food. I love Texas food. I ain't even gonna lie, because I haven't had both. I love it all right? I love southern cooking, period. I just love it. It just enriches the soul. It enriches the soul. You hear me? I love it. So I agree with his list. Period. Even with Miami coming in at 4th place, or number 5, I agree with his list. I don't give a damn how y'all try to put it or how y'all try to sway it. He was right, especially when it comes to personality and people liking you and stuff like that. New Yorkers, y'all got a rough ass attitude and a rough ass atmosphere sometimes. It's just crazy. That cesspool of people up there. But I agree with this list. I agree with Keith Lee. Y'all want Keith Lee to recognize y'all city. Y'all want food people to recognize y'all city and state. Do better. That's all you have to do. Step your game up. Stop complaining and step your game up. That's it. That's all. Well, that's all that Auntie got to talk to y'all about for today. I got some more coming for you later on. You know how I do. I love you, my babies. Do all the things that I told you to do in the beginning of this video, because I'm not going to repeat myself. See you soon, all right? Bye.